one problem, one question. Okay. Okay, so I will start with Geeks for Geeks. Okay. If you have any doubts or if you are not able to hear me, then please let me know. Otherwise, I will continue. So I will start with the first website, which is Geeks for Geeks. Okay. So this is like home for computer science. You will find everything here. So first of all, you need to let me. So first of all, you need to visit this website and you need to sign up. Okay. So I have already signed in. You can sign up. Okay. So this website is basically you can find everything here related to computer science. It's not about like problem solving only. You can find anything in general because there are so many people who who don't prefer learning by watching videos, right? They prefer learning by reading. So you will find almost everything on this website. Let's say if you want to learn C++, so you can see there is a section of C++. You just can click here, and you will see everything is available here. So from basics to advanced, if you want to learn about standard template library of C++, you can see all algorithms and all containers are there. Okay, about like let's say you are not aware about vectors, you just can visit this section and you can learn about this, right? So there will be like theory along with examples, along with questions, right? Everything will be there. And it's not about C++ only. You can learn anything on this website. Like if you want to learn machine learning, you can see there is a section of machine learning. If you want to learn about some topics which are frequently used in competitive programming, then you can visit this section. Like everything is there. If you want to learn, let's say if you are preparing for GATE computer science, like so many of you are asking about how can I prepare for GATE. So you can see in this tutorial, you can see there is a section of GATE. You can click on here, you can find out the GATE syllabus here, important topics for GATE. And let's say if you want to study about CS subjects, okay, fundamental subjects like computer networks, DBMS, operating systems, theory of computation, compiler design, everything is available on this website. And these are not like fake, like these all are verified, like this content is verified. Okay, it's not like they have written anything like, because obviously these are not written by Geeks for Geeks, obviously header, because one person can't write all these things. Many students have contributed, and almost every blog is like verified, so you will not find any mistake anywhere. Like 99% obviously it will be correct, so you can go for this. Also in many companies, like they are asking about puzzles also. Like it's not about only problems now, many companies are asking puzzles also. So you can see in this GFG there is a section called puzzles. If you solve this puzzle section, there are many puzzles. You can say I have solved some of them. If you solve all the puzzles, you will not get any problem in any company. Like there are obviously around 300 to 400 puzzles. And you go in any company, if they are asking you about any puzzle, then most probably that puzzle will be from like among these only. Okay, so almost all possible puzzles are here, so you can try out these also. And yeah, for data structure also there is a section, for algorithm also there is a section. And the questions which I am giving you on regular basis, they are from this topic wise practice, so you can just visit this. Okay, can anyone let me confirm if everything is clear? Like screen, no, everything's clear now. uh, can anyone please let me know? Okay, Ayush is saying yes.
ठीक है
Ritik?
भैया, ठीक है।
Okay, okay. So yeah, so you can see there are topic wise
हाँ क्यों?
practice. So let's say if you want to practice on arrays, so you can see there are 879 problems on arrays. Okay. So what you can do, you can avoid this. You just can visit this section problems. You just click on this problems. Then you will see some this kind of interface here. Now let's say what you can do. Here you can see you can select the difficulty level. Let's say if you are beginner and so if you want to solve some basic questions, you just click on this basic. Now you will find all the questions which are basic. So these are all the problems which are basic. But obviously now there are they are like randomly sorted in order to like topics. Okay. So what you can do, let's say if you want to solve questions on arrays only, so you can go down here and you can see you can use the topic tag. So let's say you want to solve problems on arrays only, you can click on this arrays. So now you can see all the problems which you are able to see here. Let them come. Okay, you can see these all the problems. So these all problems are basic problems, and these all problems are based on arrays, right? So you can solve them. So what I was asking in Discord also, like I am giving you problems daily, right? From GFG only. GFG means Geeks for Geeks. So what you have to do is you just don't write the code and send it in Discord server. What you can do is you can submit it on their online, like on GFG online compiler. so that you can check that your code is correct or not. So I will quickly show you. So like if you see the today's problem, okay, so I have sent you this problem. What you can do, you can visit this GFG interface. Here you can read the question, you can see the input output explanation. So you just write your code here, and then you can submit this code here. If you submit it, you will get some score. So you can see my current score is 323, right? So for this problem you will get 2 points. Okay, so this score is also valuable if you have a high score, right? So it is obviously recommended, if you are solving some problem, then submit it so that you can know your solution is correct or not. So for example, first you can compile it. So I am just clicking here for the compilation. So obviously this code is correct, I know. So you can see it is saying compilation is successful. That means there is no error in my code. And then you can see for this input I am getting output as 1. And here you can see output is 1 only, right? That means I can be assured that okay, my code is working correct. So for that, now I can go for submission. So now I will just submit it. Yeah, so you can see if your code is correct, if your logic is correct, then you will get this type of thing, problem solved successfully. But if you make some mistakes, then obviously you will get some errors. So accordingly you will get to know that okay, your code is correct or not. And let's say if you don't want to write here, because obviously if you prefer writing in your own IDE, so you just can copy this code and you can just paste it in your IDE, right? Like here you can paste it, and then you just write your code here, you can check here, and if you see that okay, your code is working, then you can just again copy it from IDE and paste it here, because some of you are not solving the question here because you prefer IDE. So you can copy this and you can paste it, right? And you can see the driver code here. You can't change this driver code, but you can see it, like they have written, like you don't need to take inputs and outputs, they have already done it. So you just have to implement the function. So this is how you have to solve the daily problems. You have to submit it. Don't just write in ID and send it on Discord server. You have to submit it so that you will get to know okay, whether it is correct or not. And here you can see they are also giving you the expected time complexity and space complexity. So basically your code should work in these constraints. If you are taking more time, then obviously you will get an error of TLE. TLE means basically time limit exceeded. So accordingly, you will get to know that okay, you have to optimize your code, right? So this was all about GFG. Like there are obviously many things in GFG you can explore, but I have given you a brief introduction of this. So like anything about computer science you can get here, and this is like obviously home for CSA students. Okay, so problems, puzzles, any subject, any topic, any language, any development thing. Okay, even if you see, you can get the projects ID also. Let's say if you want to make some projects, you can see there is a section of project ideas. If you will click here, then you will get to, then it will tell you about C++ projects, Java projects, Python projects, okay, OpenCV projects, machine learning projects. Okay, so whatever your interest is, let's say you want to make some project in Java, you can click on this. You will get so many ideas. See, there are so many, and these all projects are with code. Okay, so you will get the code also. So you just can look at the code and you can understand that how people are using languages to build the projects, right? So yeah, this was all about GFG. So I hope you understood this. Okay. Okay, so now I am moving to the next website. Okay, so this was not about computer programming, this is like general. You can solve problems here, you can learn anything here, right? So now I will talk about my favorite website, which is Codeforces. So it's working. Okay, so first obviously you need to sign up. Okay, I think some server error is there from them. Okay, let it be. So first of all, obviously you need to sign up on Codeforces. Once you sign up, your profile will something look like this. Okay, so I am also beginner on Codeforces. Like my rating is not so good, so ignore that. So you will get your profile like this. Now, so first of all, what you can do if you want to practice on Codeforces, you can see there is a problem set section, right? This is a problem set section. You just click on it. Now on Codeforces problems, every problem will get some kind of rating. Okay, so you can see this is a problem named as good graph, and its rating is 2700. Okay, so the problem with higher rating will be obviously difficult. Okay, you can see there are some problems with 1300 rating, and you can see there are these boxes are filled. Okay, these filled boxes means I have already solved these problems, right? And you can see there are some boxes which are filled but they are red. That means I have solved this problem, but my logic was incorrect, so it didn't submit it successfully, right? And whatever boxes are empty, that means I haven't solved that problem. Okay, sorry, that means I haven't solved that problem yet, right? So what you can do is obviously you don't need to do this question because the rating is 2700 and this is like very difficult. Okay, so what you can do, as a beginner, you can write here the difficulty level. Let's say you want to solve some questions in the difficulty range of rating 700 to 800. You can just write it here and you apply it. Okay, so you will get all the problems. You can see the most of the problems I have already solved. So you can see the ratings are now 800, or like obviously in the range of 700 to 800. And now you can solve any problem, right? If you want to solve this problem, you just click on this problem, you will get the problem. Okay, so this is the problem, this is the time limit to solve this problem, this is the memory limit to solve this problem, and obviously input output are standard. Then you can see this is the problem statement, then this is the input format. Okay, so this is the format in which you have to take the input, and this is the output format. Okay, and you can see there are some sample test cases and the corresponding their outputs. Okay, so now the question is how to submit and how to do all those things. So I will quickly submit one problem which I have already done to just show that how it works, right? So let me go to submissions. Let me go to this problem. So like I have already solved this problem. So what I will just do, I think I have okay, this is the code. Okay, so this is the code of that. Oh, I think I have removed it. Wait. Okay, so let's say if you want to solve this problem, I am just solving this problem, and I'm like telling you that how you can solve and you can submit it, right? So let me go here. So yeah, this is my code of that problem. So I will just copy it. So obviously you can write your code whatever the logic is. Okay, and then you just can copy this code. You can go, so you can see there is a submit code option, right? You just can click on this submit code, and then you have to choose the problem. Okay, so this is the first problem, and then you have to choose which language is there. So mine is obviously C++, and then you can paste your code here, right? So I have pasted this code, and then you can submit it. Okay, so now if your code is correct, it will run on multiple test cases. If your code is correct, then you will get accepted verdict, right? So it is currently running, I think. Okay, so yeah, you can see I am getting accepted. But now let's say, yeah, and one more thing you can do is, this is your this was your problem, and here you will get this ID. Okay, so this ID is basically belongs to your code. So you can click here and you can see what code you have written for this problem, and what were the test cases you can see. Okay, you can see hidden test cases as well. Okay, this is like cool thing about Codeforces. On CodeSafe you can't see the hidden test cases, but here you can see the hidden test cases, right? Okay, so now let's say if like I have submitted this code, and let's say if I have made some mistake. Okay, so there are different kinds of verdict you can get. So let's say I'm not taking this input test cases. Okay, so basically I am not following the rules of taking inputs. Okay, I'm not following the input format, and I have submitted it, right? So I will get different verdict, obviously. So you can see it might work. Okay, so it is running on test case 1. So let's see what verdict we get. Yeah, so you can see compilation error we are getting. Okay, because you are not taking the input. Okay, so there are different kind of verdict. Like let's say if you are taking time more, okay, then you will get a verdict called as TLE, which is time limit exceeded. If you are using more space, then you will be getting memory limit exceeded. Okay, if you are, let's say, trying to access some memory which is not available. Let's say there is an array of 4 elements, and you are trying to get the fifth element of the array, then obviously that memory is not available, so you will get segmentation fault. Okay, so there are different kinds of verdict you can get, and if everything is fine, then obviously you will get accepted. Okay, so this is how you can see the problems on this problem set, and you can get the problems according to difficulty level, and you can solve them, right? So there is a rating system. I will just quickly tell you about what is the rating system here. So what happens is, Codeforces conducts many contests. Okay, contest means they conduct many exams. You can treat it as exams, right? So basically, let's say there is some contest. So you can see this contest is after 7 days. In that contest, there will be some questions, right? And you have to solve them according to your performance in that contest. Your rating will either increase or it will decrease. Okay, so currently I'm beginner at Codeforces, so you can see my tag is newbie. Okay, and my rating is 1124. So basically if your rating is below 1200, then you will be getting the tag of newbie. But let's say if your rating is from 1200 to 1400, I think they have given, yeah, you can see if your rating is from 1200 to 1400, then your profile will be green. That means your tag will be purple. Okay, purple means your rating is in between 1200 to 400. If your rating is in between 400 to 1600, then the tag will be expert. Okay, so if you, let's say if someone is saying that I am expert at Codeforces, that means his rating is in between 1400 to 1600, and above 1600 to 1900 you will be candidate master. Okay, sorry, from 1400 to 1600 you will be specialist, not expert. Okay, you will be specialist, and from 1600 to 1900 you will be expert, and above 1900 you will be candidate master, and then there are so many positions, but obviously 1900 is like pro. If you are above 1900, then if you apply for any company, most probably you will be selected, because above 1900 means you are just pro at problem solving. Okay, so this is how ratings are there. And if you want to register for any contest, then you can see this, there is a box of pay attention. Here you will be getting the notification of all the upcoming contest. Okay, so you just can click on this contest. So for now the registration are not open. After 5 days registration will be open, so you can register and you can participate, right? And yeah, you can see your history also, like till now which contest you have given. So you can see there is a option called as contest. I can go here, so you can see till now I have given 34 contest. Okay, and you can see the last contest I have given yesterday only, on 1 August, right? And this was like yeah, so this is the rank which I got in this contest. And this was really good for me, because obviously I have gained some rating here. But last in the second last contest, you can see I have solved zero problem. I was not able to solve even a single problem. Okay, and but in yesterday contest I was able to solve three problems. So it is showing me that okay, in this contest you got this rank, you have solved these many problems, and your rating changes this. So in second last contest my rating was 961, but now it is 1124, right? So here you can see all the contest history, which contest you have given and what rank you got, right? So yeah, this was, I think, all about code forces. Yeah, and one more cool thing is there. What you can do, you can make friends on code forces. So what happens is, let's say you are giving some contest, and while giving contest, obviously you will be getting ranks, right? So let's say while giving contest, your friend is also giving the same contest. Okay, so what you can do is you can check the rank of your friend also while giving the contest itself. But obviously that should be in your friend list, that friend. Okay, like you can see the ranking of anyone, but there will be around 20,000 plus like participants in each contest. Like on code forces there is a huge community of students, like many number of students are giving contest on code forces. So obviously you don't want to see the ranking of all 20,000 students. Okay, you want to see some of ranking of some of your friends, so you can make them friends. Okay, and how to make someone friend, you can write the profile name. Let's say Tarun. I don't know who is Tarun here. So let's say like it is the profile of Tarun. You can just click. Okay. So you can see he is expert. Okay, because his rating is in between 1600 to 1800. Okay. So if you want to make him a friend, you can just click on this star. Okay. So now he is my friend. So basically, if now I will give any contest, he will not be able to see my ranking, because he is my friend. Okay, I am not his friend. Like he didn't make me friend. I have made him friend, right? So I will be able to see his rankings. And so yeah, I don't want him to be my friend. And you can see your friends contest history also. So if I want to see, so you can see, yeah, till now he have given 41 contest. Okay, and I can see everything about him, that what problems he have solved. And okay, and in profile you can see the total number of problems solved. So in below you can see 676. He have solved 676 problems till now. Okay, which is like huge. That's why he's expert. So yeah, I think that's about code forces. So you can give contest, you can make someone friends, so that you can see their rankings, and you can solve problems from this problem set section, and more you can explore on your own. These were the most important things which I wanted to tell about. And yeah, so there is a contest. Okay, I will quickly tell you about this. What is this div 2, div 1 and div 3? Okay, so in contest what happens is, there are three types of divisions. Okay, division 1, division 2 and division 3. Now the division 1 is for those who are like pro at coding. Okay, so they have solved many problems. Okay, so what happens is, in division 1 problems will be difficult. If there is a contest based on division 1, then there will be problems which are difficult, and almost all pro people will be giving that contest. Okay, and div 2 is like intermediate. Okay, and there is a contest div 3 also, which is for beginners. Okay, beginners to intermediate. So I will suggest you to give each div 3 contest on code forces from now. Okay, and I will notify you on Discord server whenever there will be a contest div 3. I will notify you one day before. Okay, so that you can register for it and we all will participate together. Like I am currently participating in all div 2 and div 3 contest on code forces. Okay, so I will suggest you to give all the div 3 contest from now. Okay, and the timings of contest generally will be from 8:05 p.m. to 10:05 p.m. Okay, 2 hour contest will be there, and the timings are generally in night only, 8 to 10. So I will notify you on Discord server if there will be any div 3 contest from now. Okay, so yeah, this was about code forces. So can anyone please quickly confirm if everything is clear, or I am just speaking? You can write in chat box, or like voice is clear.
ठीक है भैया आ रहा है।
Okay, 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 okay. So yeah, this was about code forces. So now you, so obviously tomorrow daily problem I will give from code forces only. Okay, so you have to today, sign up today on code forces, and obviously from now start solving problems on code forces. Now some of you might ask, why should I solve problems on these platforms? Why should I give all the context? Okay, so let me tell you, if you want to get a good job in IT, competitive programming is the like best way to get in top IT companies. Okay, and like there are top companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple. If you want to get a job there, so what happens is, almost the people who are getting jobs there, they almost, let's say 100 people are getting job there in top companies, so 99 of them are good at computer programming. If you will see their profile, you will mostly find them on Codeforce and Codeforces, Codesafe, and you will mostly find that they are really good at computer programming, and they have solved at least 1,000 problems overall, all the coding platforms, right? And now if you want to get the job there, okay, but let's say you haven't done the competitive programming, then obviously how you will get the job, because companies will prefer the people who are good at problem solving. And if you are good at competitive programming, that directly means that you are good at problem solving, right? So you have to be good at competitive programming. Okay, like there is no other way. And obviously in any interview there will be first coding round, which will be common for everyone. So if there is some people who don't know, who haven't done competitive programming, and if there are people who have done competitive programming, then it is like, obviously it's like, it's must that the people who have done already computer programming is CP. So who have already done CP, obviously they will do the problems easily, and you will find the difficulties. So for now, you can see the daily problems which I am giving you on Discord. They are really easy. Okay. So some of you might find difficulties there as well. But when you will solve problems on these platforms, Code Forces, CodeSafe, then you will see that what else you can do. Okay, how much you can think. Okay, then you will get to know what are real tough problems. Like, because obviously if you are solving problems daily, then obviously it will improve your logical and thinking skills. And soon, very soon, you will be able to analyze the problems like by just looking at the problem. Like, okay, these are the constraints, I have to do it of n or of n square, I have to take this space. You will be able to analyze all these things just by looking at the problem, because you are habitual with that, right? So you have to solve, like there is no other option. Okay, so that's why you need to do this computer programming, and that's why I am telling you about all the best platforms which we have. Okay, there is one platform called as HackerRank. Okay, I will not tell you about HackerRank because I don't find that really cool. Okay, if you are good with, if you are doing, so HackerRank is basically good for those who want to learn some programming language. Let's say if you want to, if you are learning C++, if you are starting with C++, and you want to solve some problems on C++, then you can go for HackerRank. But I don't recommend, because you can do that on GFG also, right? So don't go for HackerRank, because many people I have seen, they suggest beginners, they suggest HackerRank to the beginners. Okay, so if you will, even if you will go to HackerRank, then you will find Code Forces, Codesafe really tough, because HackerRank is really easy, right? So don't go there. I don't find any cool things there. If you want to learn any language, then you can, instead of going there, you can go to GFG as well. Okay, Geeks for Geeks. There you can solve the problems on C++. You can learn the concepts. So I will not tell you about HackerRank, and you don't need to go there. And no companies will prefer HackerRank profile. Okay, if you want to show someone your computer programming skills, then Code Forces and CodeSafe. Okay, I think somebody. Then Code Forces and CodeSafe. These are only two websites like which will be preferred by companies. Okay, it doesn't matter how good you are at lead code, or how much score you have on GFG as well, how much you are good at HackerRank. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Only CodeSafe and Code Forces, these are the real people. Okay, you have to be good at these profiles, right? So okay, so this is why you need to do computer programming, and we will be giving all the context together. Okay, so after this code process, I will quickly tell you about CodeSafe. This is also one of the cool websites. So yeah, first of all, obviously you can sign up. Okay, I don't need to tell you about how to sign up. You can use your Google account to sign up. Then you will see your profile something like this. Yeah, so you can see there is your, this is your profile. So on CodeSafe, like on CodeForces, you have seen that according to your rating you will be getting some tag, okay, like expert, specialist, right, candidate, master. But on CodeSafe, according to your rating, you will be getting some stars, okay. If your rating is, let's say, below 1600, right, then your star will be, I think, 2 stars, then you will be 2 stars, right. If your rating is from 1600 to 1800, why people are joining now, okay. If your rating is from 1600 to 1800, then you will get 3 stars here, okay. So basically you can show your profile that, okay, I am 3 star at CodeChef, right. And if your rating is from 1800 to 2000 like mine, then you will be 4 star coder, okay. So you can say anyone that, okay, I am a 4 star coder on CodeChef, so they will get to know that, okay, he is good at problem solving. And this is the global rank and this is the country rank, okay. So most of the Indian peoples are there on CodeChef, that's why these two ranks are almost similar. And so yeah, so this was about rating. If your rating is about 2000, then you will be a 5 star coder, okay. And maximum there can be 7 stars. If you are a 7 star coder, that means you are just pro, okay, you are just at another level. So currently I am 4 star here, so you can see my rating is 1800 plus, right. So yeah, now this was about rating. Similar to CodeSafe, here also there will be some contest. So on Code Forces, I told you that you have to give all Div 3 contest, right? Now the good thing about CodeSafe is here you can give only Div 3 contest if your rating is below 1600 or below 1800. I think not below 1800, below 1600, right? So if you are starting now, then obviously your rating will be below 1600. So you will be able to give only Div 3 contest. So Div 3 contest means the contest which are for beginners, right? And if your rating is above 1600, if your rating is from 1600 to 2000, then you will be able to give only Div 2 contest, right? You will be not able to give Div 3 or Div 1. And if your rating is above 2000, then you will enter the Division 1. That means now you can give the contest in Division 1 where all pro people will participate, right? So yeah, so in this also you can see the total problems. So you can see I have solved 81 problems till now. These all are the problems, and you can see some pie charts here. Yeah, this is the rating graph basically. So you can see these are the colors. So if you are a 7 star, then your color will be red, okay. So basically the pro coders are 7 stars and they call themselves as a red coder. So red coder means they are 7 star because the color of the 7 star is red basically, right. And yeah, so this was about basic, okay. So this was rating. And now if you want to practice, so you can see there is a practice and learn section. You can go here and you can go in this section, practice problems by difficulty level, right. So you can just click here. Now you can see there are different sections: beginner level problems, easy problems, medium problems, hard problems, challenge, and peer, okay. So obviously it depends on you. If you want to solve beginner problems, you can click on this section. And what you can do, you can click on this successful submission, okay. I wait, yeah, you can click on this, okay. So now you can see the submissions are in ascending order, okay. So from top to down, number of submissions are increasing, right. And if you will again click on this submission, then it will be in descending order. So the more submissions are there, it means the problem is easier, right. So you can see this is the beginner problem, and in beginner section also this is the easiest problem, right. So I can say this is the easiest problem on CodeChef, right. So if you are starting with, then you can start with this problem. I think I have also solved, I don't know. Yeah, so now CodeChef, what you will find this is your problem statement. Then this is your input format, how you have to take the inputs, and this is your output format, okay. And then there are some uh, test cases, okay. So now again you can write your code. You can click on this submit button. Obviously I will not solve you by solving some problem because this is similar as code process. You can paste your code here, whatever code is there, and you can submit it, right. So let me submit it. So obviously this code is, I don't know, this is of some other problem, so I will be getting wrong answer verdict because obviously this is not correct. So let's see. So yeah, submission queued, that means my they are checking my code. Here also obviously you will be getting different verdicts. If your program is taking more time, you will be getting time limit exceeded. And if your program is giving wrong answer, you will be getting wrong answer. And if it is correct, then you will be getting accepted solution. So it's taking some time. uh, And here also there will be some contest. So if you are just beginning, so for beginners I will tell you there are, I think, 4 to 5 contests here. Okay, so you can, like, you can note down, or maybe you just can listen. So there is a long challenge in CodeChef. Okay, so let me show you. Yeah, you can see this problem is submitted, and you can see I'm getting a status of wrong answer, because obviously this code is not of this problem. And if you have done the correct things, then obviously you will be getting the accepted solution here, right? So this is how you can just go, you can practice the problems, and you can submit your code. And if you want to see the upcoming contest on code, you can go in compete, and you can see here all future contest, all past contest. Okay, so basically what contests have been already done, right? So let's say you want to see all future contest which you can give, right? You just can click on this all future contest. I think my net is slow or what. So basically here you will be getting all the list of upcoming contest. Okay, I think my name, or maybe their server is down. My voice is clear. Like, I want to check if my net is wrong or what. Okay, this is working. Yeah, so you can see the upcoming contest. Okay, okay, okay. So you can see the upcoming contest, August Challenge 21, and it is rated for Div 3. Okay, this is not rated for Div 2 or Div 1. So on CodeChef, I will quickly tell you about some things. So let's say if you are beginning, okay, so for you there are many contests. So there will be a long challenge on, I'm talking about CodeChef. On Codeforces there is only one contest, okay, which is Div 3. So I will notify you whenever it will happen. You have to give it, okay, it is good for beginners. But on CodeChef there are many contests which you can give. So the first is long challenge, then there will be a cook off, okay, then there will be a lunch time, and then there will be 2 starters. So these are total 5 contests. Okay, so basically in each month you will get these 5 contests. Now what is this long challenge? In this long challenge you will be getting 10 problems. Okay, and you will have 10 days to solve those 10 problems. Okay, obviously difficulty level will be little bit high because you have more time to solve them. Okay, so the problems will be, and yeah, one thing more I want to tell you about, in any contest you will get problems like this: A, B, C, D. Okay, so generally what happens is this A will be easiest. Okay, and as you move from top to down, the difficulty level of problem will increase. Okay, so let's say there are 10 problems. Okay, so you will go D, E, F, G, like this. The last problem will be the most difficult problem. Okay, so always target, so always start from the starting of the problem. Like, don't jump directly to F then to C. Okay, first do this, then do this, then do this. But yeah, one thing more: if you are not able to solve B, then don't think that you will not be able to solve C also, because it is difficult than B. Okay, so it's not like that. If you are not able to solve B, you can move to C. It is not necessary that to solve C you have to solve B. It is not like that. You can solve any problem at any time, but obviously you should start from starting edge. The difficulty level will be easy in starting, so obviously you should go in that way only, right? So long challenge is 10 problems, 10 days. Okay, and if your rating is below 1600, then you will be basically giving the Div 3 contest. So this will be rated for you. So rated means if you will give this contest and if you will perform good, then your rating will increase. Okay, and let's say you have performed really good and your rating increased from 1500 to 1700, right? So at 1500 you were 2-star coder, but you have performed really well in this challenge. Okay, such that your rating increased from 1500 to 1700. So now you are a 3-star coder. This is how you improve on CP. Okay, so there are many people you will see on LinkedIn also. They write like, I'm a 6-star coder on CodeChef, I'm a 7-star. So this is how they improve. And obviously as you improve, okay, difficulty will increase. So in next time, let's say in this contest you got the rank 50. Okay, and your rating increased by this. Now let's say if here also you get the rank 50, then your rating will not increase by 200. Okay, because here the competition is more. Okay, so here if you are getting 50, it means you will be little bit, it might increase little bit from 1700. If you want to increase further, then obviously you have to perform really well. Okay, or I can say you have to perform better than the last contest. Okay, that's how obviously your rating will increase. And then there is a cook off. So this cook off will be, it is also a contest. Okay, this is just the name of the contest. There is nothing related to cook and something else. Okay, so this is the name of the contest, and in each month you will get one contest called as cook off. Okay, so this is a short contest. Okay, this is a 2.5 hour contest, right? So obviously you will be, I will notify you whenever it will happen so that you can register and you can participate. Okay, so this will be a 2.5 hour contest similar to long challenge, but obviously the time is less, so you have to perform well in 2.5 hour only. And in this also you will be, your rating will be fluctuating according to your performance, right? Then similar to cook off, there is a lunch time. Okay, so this is a 3 hour contest. Okay, and then there are two starters. Okay, so these starters are especially made for beginners who are absolute beginners. Okay, who don't know anything about CP and they are just starting with CP, that is computer programming. So for them there are two starters. Okay, in this also obviously there will be some problems, but the problems difficulty level will be very easy. Okay, there might be some intermediate problems in the end, but starting few problems will be very easy. Okay, so you can obviously participate and you have to participate in this if you want to do good. So I will notify you about all these contests whenever they will happen, because I will also give all these contests, okay, in div 2, but obviously you can give in div 3. There is nothing much difference. And after each contest we can have discussions also. If you, let's say if you are not able to solve, if you are not able to solve any problem in the contest, after the contest we can have discussion that okay, if someone else have solved, then he can like tell his approach that how he have done this, right? So this is how you can participate on CodeChef. So these all are the contests which you have to give. And yeah, I think there is not much about, and in this like there is nothing like, I think, friends and all these things. You just can, like, while giving the contest, if you want to see someone's rank, you can just search for their profile and you can see if they are participating, or if they are participating, then what is their rank, right? So yeah, this was about CodeChef. So I have told you about GFG, Code Forces, and CodeChef, right? Among which Code Forces and CodeChef is must if you want to do good in CP, and you have to give all the contest. Now, one website is there which I really like, and it is like not very well known. Okay, the name of this is 8coder. Okay, so you just search for 8coder.jp. Okay, actually there are two websites called as 8coder. Okay, so this 8coder.jp is for competitive programming, so you need to search for this only, right? You just search for this. Okay, I hope you all are now aware about code forces, codesef, and you when you will sign up and you will explore, then you will get to know more about them, right? So this is the 8coder website. Again, you have to sign up using your Google account, whatever it is, and then you can see it is your profile will be something like this. Don't focus on the rating here, because no one will ask you about your 8coder rating. As I have already told you, if companies are taking care of ratings, then they will only ask you about code forces and code safe. Then why I am telling you about code 8coder, right? So in 8coder there is a really cool contest. Okay, the name of the contest is 8coder beginner contest. This is really good for beginners. Okay, so like there will be basic conceptual questions. Okay, let's say if there is a problem related to dynamic programming in contest, then most probably in beginner contest, if DP problem is there, then that problem will be very easy. Okay, so this is for them who know the concepts but they are not pro at those concepts, right? If you are, and obviously it is good for you because all you are just beginning. Okay, so these are, you can see, upcoming contest, and the upcoming contest which is beginner contest is on 8 August, and the timing is from 5:30 to, like, I think it is of 1.5 hour, right? So it will be 5:30 to 7. Okay, so in this you can register. I have already registered for it. Okay, maybe I think I can. Okay, so I have already registered for it. Yeah, you can see the cancel registration. If I want to cancel, I can cancel it. Yeah, so you will see something like this. If you want to register, you can click here. So now, yeah, now you are registered, right? And here you will see that okay, they will be giving you some task, right, like this. So you will be getting around, I think, 8 problems, right? Among which this A problem will be very easy. It will be something like okay, you are given a string, count the number of characters. Okay, these type of programs will be there in A. Then obviously you will give, as you go down, problem difficulty level will be slightly increasing, but not much. Okay, as it is beginner level, so till D or till E you can try, right, in contest. So I will obviously notify you on Discord server whenever this contest will happen, so that you can register and we will give it together. And this beginner contest is like really good for beginner to intermediate. It's not only for beginners. Don't think that problems will be very easy. I have seen that sometimes this G and H problems, they are really advanced. Sometimes, okay, they are giving you problems like about segment tree, Fenwick tree, like square root decomposition. So these all are advanced topics of computer programming. So it don't think like it is for complete beginners and you don't want to solve easy problems. Okay, it's not like that. Obviously first three problems will be slight easy, but then difficulty level will increase, so you have to give this context as well. So yeah, this was, and yeah, you don't need to do anything more, like don't practice on 8 coder. Okay, you just give this big beginner contest, and whatever problem you are not able to solve, you just can upsolve them. Okay, upsolve means, okay, so there is a term in computer programming, upsolving. Upsolving means, if let's say you have given some contest, in that contest you were not able to solve some problem. Okay, let's say you were on C problem, you were trying hard but you couldn't solve the problem. Then upsolving means after the contest you solve this problem by looking at editorial or by discussing with someone, and then try to analyze that why you were not able to solve this problem, right? This is how you will learn in computer programming. There is not a particular course which can teach you about computer programming. It is like you just keep giving the contest, you will be going through some problems which you will not be able to solve, and then after the contest you can upsolve them, so that you can see that okay, why you were not able to solve that problem. Okay, so there can be two reasons: either you were not able to think the logic, or you were not aware about the concept that have been used in that problem, right? So if there is some concept, immediately you can learn about that concept, right? So that from that point, if in any other context, if the problem is coming, then you can solve that. This is how you will grow in computer programming. Yeah, so I think that's all about 8 coder. And yeah, don't practice here, you just can give these contest. And don't worry about the rating also on 8 coder, because no one will ask you. You just focus on your problem solving. And if you are worried about rating, then I already told Codeforces and Codechef are the best. So yeah, these were the 4 websites about which I wanted to talk. And yeah, one doubt also is there, that so many of you are thinking that should I be good at DS Algo to perform good, or to basically start computer programming. So let me tell you, you don't need to know about anything. Okay, about basically DS Algo. The only thing which you need to know is one programming language. Now you might ask, which programming language? C++, Java, or Python? You can choose any one programming language. It really doesn't matter. You should be master at one programming language. Okay, for companies also it doesn't matter. Okay, and yeah, if you are starting and if you want me to suggest you one programming language, then I will say go with C++. Okay, because C++ is fast. Like in computer programming, there are some questions which if you solve using Python, then you might get the TLE. But if you use the same logic and you implement it in C++, your solution might get accepted, because C++ is faster than Python. Okay, so if you are just starting, then I will suggest you to learn C++. And you don't need to master C++ to start the computer programming. You just need to know the basic syntax, like how to use the loops, how to use the functions, all the basic stuff, data types, all the basic stuff. And then you just can start, you can directly jump into computer programming. You just directly can start solving easy problems. Okay, and whenever you find some new concept is there, you can just learn that. And yeah, basically, obviously, while doing CP you can learn the DS algo, but it's not like that. You have to first learn DS algo, then you are getting CP. Okay, and let me tell you, you can't learn DS algo completely. Like, no one can learn it completely. Okay, even if you learn, there will be thousands of questions which you will be not able to solve. But obviously it doesn't matter that you should not do it, because in companies mostly they are asking standard problems. Okay, which you, if you solve, like let's say if you are learning graphs, and if you have solved 100 problems on graph, then 99% probability is there that in interview, if they are asking you any question about graph, then you will be able to solve, because there are, like in graph also, there are not many concepts. If you have solved 100 problems, then you are good with it, right? If any new problem will come, you will definitely handle it. So this is how you will grow. So don't think about DS algo. If you are complete beginner, learn one language, just basic, and start solving computer programming. And yeah, I will be notifying you about each contest which today I have told you. And in daily problems also, I will be giving you problems from all these websites. Okay, from today, from tomorrow, I will not give you only from GFG. Okay, so yeah, that was it from my side. If you have any doubt, you can ask, and if you are shy to ask, you can write in chat box as well. I don't have any problem. And I hope you all got to know about all these websites. So yeah, let me know if you have any doubts. Let me stop the recording.